Tonight, a Woodford County family says they have their pet to thank for saving their lives. Firefighters tell us smoke detectors in a home on Delaney Ferry Road were not working this morning when the fire started. WKYT's Hillary Thornton talked to firefighters about a dog alerting his owners to the flames.
Around 6 o'clock Sunday morning, Woodford County Fire Department was called out to this home on Delaney Ferry Road near the intersection with Carpenter Pike.
There's flames shooting out the rear of the structure,
shutting down a portion of the road for a couple of hours as firefighters battled the blaze. The Woodford County Fire Chief says their preliminary investigation indicates this fire was the result of trying to thaw out frozen water pipes with a heat lamp that was left on overnight.
You don't want to use anything, any electric or anything like that, and leave it on overnight while you're sleeping. You just need a plumber to help out with that. There's just so many safety things you need to watch out for in the wintertime. You know, make sure all your smoke detectors are going and all those are ready.
The homeowner was not home during the fire, but he says his 3 brothers were asleep inside, and he says they are lucky to be alive. The homeowner says they did not have working smoke detectors. However, a family pet is credited with alerting them to the fire, allowing them to get out safely. One of the men inside says his daughter's 8-month-old blue heeler named Axel began barking, and when they woke up, he says the home was already filled with smoke.
An extra treat or two today.
Yeah, a new bone.
And thanks to Axel's barking, the 3 men, 3 dogs, and a cat all made it out alive.
Good boy.
In Woodford County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Firefighters say the home does have some serious damage.
People were bringing their weapons of mass excavation, their shovels and stuff, and snow plows, and we got all of the stuff pretty much taken care of on the parking lots.
Hear from students and teachers in Franklin County doing what they can to get back to school tomorrow after this week's nasty winter weather.
It couldn't come at a worse time. A fire destroys all of the snow removal equipment for the city of Lawrenceburg.
We'll likely track a few flakes of snow out there late tonight and more cold temperatures. Bitter cold coming our way to start the new work week.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
We're heading back into below freezing temperatures. Good evening, I'm Kristen Kennedy. We got a pretty sunny day here in the Bluegrass, but now we're turning our attention to another drop in temperatures overnight. We begin with meteorologist Jim Caldwell keeping a close eye on conditions tomorrow morning. Jim?
And we could see just a few flakes trying to fly through the skies as we head into the overnight hours as well. A little batch of moisture showing up just out to our west. Most locations above freezing today. Now we're starting to see some of the colder air get back into play, like here in Lexington. We're at 32 degrees. Now this is still a whole lot nicer than where we've been over the past week or so with some of those sub-zero readings. 32 in Frankfort, 34 just down the road in Richmond. So still holding on to those temperatures above freezing, at least at the moment. Now later tonight, some much colder air will start to work its way in. Defender clear all across the Commonwealth right now. We do have more moisture trying to come together well off to our west into Missouri. You see some of that snow and maybe a little bit of that, a little shot of it will at least try to roll through the area during the overnight hours, giving us a few more snow showers. This isn't a massive storm though for us. Other folks are going to see some rain and snow, some heavier amounts down to our south. But the focus of the forecast for us this time is a short-lived thaw. That's what we've experienced yesterday, even with that rain hanging around, and especially today, because we have another blast of some bitter cold temperatures coming our way tomorrow, and another shot later on in the week. I'll track them into the area here in just a few minutes.
Crews in Anderson County are now hoping winter doesn't bring any more snow, sleet, or ice their way. That's because an overnight fire in Lawrenceburg destroyed their snow removal equipment. WKYT's Sean Moody is in Lawrenceburg, getting a closer look at the damage. He has our top story at 6.
Lawrenceburg firefighters said the call came in around 2 o'clock this morning, but they think the city maintenance garage had been burning for a while before that.
So by the time we even got word that it was burning, it was pretty much gone.
This video and pictures from the Anderson News show just how intense the fight was. This morning, firefighters began the cleanup. City leaders, including Lawrenceburg Mayor Sandy Goodlett, took stock of what the fire destroyed. Goodlett got the call around 4 a.m.
Anytime my city clerk calls me in the middle of the night, I know it's not going to be good.
It just so happened some of the city's most important winter weather items were inside.
All of our snow removal equipment. As we got into it and started talking about it more and more, I realized how much we had actually lost.
The flames destroyed 4 dump trucks the city uses for snow removal. The mayor said they had just put those trucks in there.
We put it in there because we had just used it and we wanted to keep it warm enough so that when we needed it again, it would be ready to run. Well, we thought we had planned well to keep everything so it would run when we needed it, and then just got caught in a bad situation.
Now, of course, there's still a whole lot of winter left ahead of us. The mayor told me he plans to spend the day with other city leaders trying to figure out what to do about snow removal for the next few weeks.
The options that we've been thinking about and talking about a little bit is doing some contracting with different folks. We're going to have to do something in case there's more snow. Life will go on and work will go on, and we'll just make the most of it.
In Lawrenceburg, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Investigators are still trying to figure out what started the fire. In addition to losing all their snow equipment, city leaders say they lost a backhoe and some sewer trucks. Road crews in Lexington aren't taking a break just because the sun's out today. Many side streets still need help staying clear of slush. WKYT's Mike Linden was out on the roads this afternoon, talking to people still digging out.
6 days after a historic snowfall in Lexington, some people are still digging out.
This will be the first time that I'm able to move my vehicle out of this spot.
Cheryl Sutton says she spent hours clearing her driveway.
We'd cleared it twice this week.
And this morning,
when I came out this morning, I was totally blocked in by this heavy snow. As you can see, my mailbox is also blocked in, and I had that clear. And this has obviously just been pushed in front of where my mail delivery is.
while some side roads in Lexington have been cleared, residents here on Hazelmore Place in Lexington tell me they've only seen plow trucks drive by, so they're taking matters into their own hands. Greg Turner is driving around the neighborhood in his four-wheel drive SUV, cleaning up after the plows.
I'm just making paths and trying to help out neighbors and plow down places that are still not plowed from the snow plow, things like that.
Turner says Kentuckians have been great at taking care of each other all week, and this is just another example.
It's just the way good people are, help each other in times of duress.
City road crews are working 12-hour shifts to continue to clear and treat the roads. In Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Streets and road crews rank roadways by priority. They say their first focus is always on main roads, and it does take longer for them to get to side streets. Many neighborhoods in southern and eastern Kentucky have been dealing with a shortage of water. Pike County leaders expect about 75% of homes to be without it by the end of the day. Crews say all this week, ice and debris have piled into the rivers, blocking water pumps and making it difficult to access water. Crews are asking everyone to use water in their homes sparingly. We have an update on the story we told you about at 11 last night. Crews in Jackson County are cleaning up after the snow caused serious damage to the courthouse. Judge Executive Shane Gabbard says yesterday someone noticed water leaking from the ceiling. Gabbard believes heavy amounts of snow on the roof caused it to crack. We're told the walls in the old courtroom and all the carpet is damaged.
Our main concern was the deed room below, where the worst leak was at, where the mortgages and the deeds and everything was at.
Gabbard says firefighters spent the evening clearing the roof to prevent further damage. A group of volunteers are making it their mission to get students back in school this week. Many schools in the area were out all week because of the wintry weather. Sam Smith is in Franklin County, where volunteers are shoveling and clearing sidewalks.
Dozens of volunteers were out here at 2nd Street Elementary, the high school, and district office to try to save their spring break. School was out all last week for the Frankfort Independent School District. As a result, 1 week of the district's spring break was erased because the snow days need to be made up. The district didn't have any snow days before last week. The superintendent asked volunteers to come out this afternoon to clear sidewalks, steps, and parking lots so that school can resume tomorrow. The efforts this afternoon were called Operation Save Spring Break.
People were bringing their weapons of mass excavation, their shovels and stuff, and snow plows, and we got all of the stuff pretty much taken care of on the parking lots, all of our hard surfaces, steps, sidewalks to and from the buildings, everything's taken care of.
School bus drivers were out today too, checking out their routes to make sure they can operate as normal. Spring break here is usually 3 weeks. Now it's down to 2 weeks. No one here wants to see it get any shorter. In Frankfort, Sam Smith, WKYT.
And in Lincoln County, schools will remain closed tomorrow because of snow damage. The Lincoln County superintendent tells us parking lots and driveways are a mess. We're told a water pipe broke at Lincoln County Middle School and a sprinkler froze. An awning at Waynesburg Elementary School is causing some damage as well. Crews were out there all day working to clear the area and were able to take care of some of that damage.